My fiancée cheated on me and got STD, she tried to transfer it to me. Hi, welcome to my channel. Today, we've got a story from r/infidelity where Op's fiancée cheated on him while he was away, got STD, and tried to transfer it to Op. Before we start, if you have any personal stories of how you got out of a toxic relationship with your cheating wife or girlfriend that you want to share, feel free to email them to me. Let's get started. Original story. I'm 28, absolutely livid right now. I've just got back from a long-term assignment overseas and found out my fiancé, F24, has been cheating on me for the entire time. That's bad enough, but it gets far worse. She got herpes from the other man and I hope you're sitting down. Her plan was to infect me, too, so I would have a reason not to dump her. Are you kidding me? Can anyone explain to me her logic? She was being so aggressive to get me into bed. Normally, she gives me a couple of days to get over jet lag before she initiates intimacy. But this time she was talking all kinds of dirty, cam girl dirty. She never does that, and she was climbing into my lap in the parking garage. She's normally very private about physical affection. Something just didn't seem right, so I told her I needed to recover from my long flight. This started a huge fight that got worse on the drive home and turned into a full-out screaming match once we got back home, complete with her breaking things. I didn't understand what was going on and told her I was going to call the police so they could lock her up for her own good. And that's when she told me she'd cheated on me with a guy from Tinder. She said it was a mistake, that she was sorry, and begged me to forgive her. I just stared at her, trying to breathe. I told her she had to leave, give me some room, but she fell to the floor and grabbed my legs, telling me that I can't throw her out, that I can forgive her if only we could just make love. I demanded to know why that's so important. In between screaming, sobbing, and ranting, she said she had herpes, her life was ruined if I dumped her, and it was my fault because I wouldn't have sex with her right then and there. I felt like a million cockroaches were crawling all over me. I grabbed my keys and left. I'm at a hotel now. She's blowing up my phone, texting me that herpes isn't a big deal, that if we both had it, it would make us a stronger couple, and we could even share medicine. She put a laughing face emoji after that line. I think she's going insane. We've been together for 5 years, engaged for the last year, and I don't think I know who she is at all. I've taken multiple showers and still can't get rid of the feeling bugs are crawling all over me. I can't turn out the lights, I can't even close my eyes. Has anyone ever dealt with anything like this? What was she thinking? What the hell am I supposed to do next? Update. First, thank you to everyone who replied with support and ideas going forward. I was sitting in a hotel at my wit's end when I made that post, having no one to call that late, or early in the morning, and not knowing how to even begin discussing what had happened. Of course, the relationship is over. That was never in doubt, and I apologize if anything in my original post made that unclear. A lot of you made comments and/or sent messages of constructive things to do next to detangle me from my now ex-fiancé, which is what I was trying to ask for. Those of you that told me not to go back home right away, you were right, and thank you. I was planning to head back the next day, but because of your comments, I called her cousin, nearest relative, who lives nearby, and told her everything. She didn't believe me at first, but when she got to our place, she found my ex-fiancé sitting in the middle of our living room, staring at the wall, incoherent, with dozens of our pictures torn up all around her. The cousin got her some help, called 911, and a very understanding police officer showed up with a social worker. Together they got my ex-fiancé into a psychiatric clinic. I talked with the officer and he said it was okay to go back home and clean up. He took pictures for his report. He also suggested I get a temporary protective order to keep her away from me, filed this morning, waiting for the hearing, and that her cousin get a conservatorship. Ex-fiancé is doing that bad. When talking to the lawyer about the protective order, she told me that it is a crime to intentionally infect someone, or even try to, with an STD in our jurisdiction, but the key part is legal intent. With her mental breakdown, it's not likely the DA's office would prosecute. To be honest, I would rather she just get help for her mental health than a criminal conviction. My friends came over and cleaned up our place. My place now. They wouldn't let me do much, telling me to just relax. I ended up sleeping 10 hours straight. The problem is now I have time to think. So many questions, no answers. It didn't help that her cousin showed up to return the engagement ring. They took all my ex-fiancé's jewelry when she was admitted. Holding that ring in my hand hit me hard. Now I keep feeling guilty, especially about the time I spent away from home on assignments. My job involves helping people in some of the poorest places in the world, and when I'm there, I sort of go numb, and that numbness lasts for a week or so when I get back. Depression is a reason a lot of people with my job resign. Maybe I should find a new job? Maybe I was asking too much of her? Could any woman handle that? Anyway, I had a few minutes and wanted to convey my thanks to all of you who kept me sane when it all went down. Thank you. Before we take a look at some replies by other Redditors, take a moment to like the video to show your support to the channel. Don't forget to leave your own opinion on the story in the comments down below. Now let's look at some comments. Familiar Entrance 48 wrote, "Op, I am sorry for the pain you are going through right now, but as far as the guilt goes, you need to stop. None of this is your fault. You have a demanding job that takes you away for long periods, and the depression afterward was not the motive for her cheating, it was her opportunity. And if you read enough posts on this Reddit, you will find plenty of people posting that they were with their spouses every day and thought they had perfect relationships only to find out they were cheating on them. All you would have accomplished by having a different job was making it more difficult to find time and places to cheat. And if she tries to tell you differently, it is a 100% lie. If she truly loved you as you thought she did, then if there was a problem with you being away, she would have told you. If you being away was affecting her feelings towards you, she would have told you. But she didn't. Why? Because it gave her the perfect opportunity to indulge her hobby of cheating on you, that's why. So let her family and the state take care of her and you focus on healing yourself. If your job is fulfilling, then by all means stick with it. Journal your feelings, that does help. Spend more time on your hobbies. And look into support groups or therapy if all else fails." Armorteague 227 wrote, "This is some truly sinister shit she did and was planning all around just to trap you in a hell of her making. People like that make me second guess society sometimes. How the hell can someone live with themselves doing stuff like this to people? The fact that she wanted you to feel just as disgusting as she is shows that not only didn't she love you but was already damaged goods this entire time. She knew her comfy and filthy life was about to be over when you came back home and knew she didn't have a plan to explain away nature's burning bush, so in her twisted thinking she thought if she could bed you she could transfer the blame automatically to you. I guarantee she was planning to gaslight you into being the cheater due to all of your traveling just to cover her tracks. She wasn't all over you because she missed you, my dude. She wanted to make sure she could get away with damning your life forever. Herpes is nasty, painful, and incurable. The fact that she went raw with AP and wanted you to be infected too proves to me that she wanted you ruined for anyone else for her selfishness. She plotted this out of resentment. 5 years of wearing a pretty mask only to be revealed just how hideous she is underneath. She knowingly put you in danger, and this should not be forgiven. My friend, I think I speak for all of us here and say you dodged more than just a bullet. You avoided a nuke, with her being ground zero. It's tragic that she cheated on you, but be glad that you weren't already married with kids. You saved yourself from many, many years of heartache by finding out now. Karma hit her fast to give you an out. Take that as a blessing. You may have lost her, but you still have an STD-free life to look forward to with someone truly worthy of you. That light that shines at the end of that very dark tunnel, shines bright for you, bud. Good luck, my friend, and stay strong. What do you think about all of this? Did Op do the right thing? Also, will he ever be able to get over this and move on? Let us know in the comments down below. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. Hit the notification bell to make sure you never miss an upload.